Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore Series. Tonight we're going down under. Can Australia finally be a hopeful race for Oscar? It's time to find out if we can break the Aussie curse as we head to Melbourne for the Australian Grand Prix. So then, yes, time to see if we can finally get a good result with an Australian at the Australian Grand Prix. Seems to be one of those really, really difficult things to achieve. Fingers crossed we can do reasonably well tonight. We have got a new chassis on the car tonight, so slightly more pace in the car than we had at Jeddah. And it's going to be a wet race, which could make things interesting. It's taking away one of our strongest weapons, which is our DRS, which on a track with 4 DRS zones, that's not so good. Hopefully it won't be raining all the way through the race. As you can see, it looks like it'll be light rain, so strong indication that maybe we'll have a bit of rain, but not, all the way through the race. Again, we won't know till we get to race day itself, but keeping my fingers crossed that that'll be the situation. Let's take a quick look at our car analysis. See where we sit on the grid with that new chassis equipped. And we've also got a new underfloor for Oscar as well. So let's take a quick look at the difference between the two cars. So there we can see a little bit of extra speed with that new underfloor. And slight boost to acceleration, definite improvement in our downforce, and a little less weight on the car as well. Still quite a lot of weight to save, as you can see. We're still 17.2 kilos overweight. We forgot to strip the weight off of this particular chassis that we've just equipped, but we will have a lot more coming off on the next one, and that'll go a long way to making the car nice and light and nimble, hopefully, for Baku. How you doing, Daniel? How you doing, Kristaps? Horrific Steer and Farah as well. Good to see you. He's seen a peek of the W15. Yeah, well, there's been a lot of cars that look a little bit more Mercedes-like this season. Where's all the colour gone? Where's all the paint gone? A lot of cars now. Just black carbon everywhere. It's kind of depressing. I was worried that we might see this as cars kept stripping paint to try and save weight, and it is starting to look that way, unfortunately, with the release of today's new car, the Alpine. Nice paint job for the little bit of paint that's on there. Just would have been nice if there was a bit more paint job on there, unfortunately. Even the pack-ins. Right, so this is what our car looks like. 3rd in speed, 10th in acceleration, 2nd in DRS, 9th, 12th and 13th in the downforce. That's an improvement over where Mick's car is, 9th in the dirty air. And against the grid average, there you can see, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Still lacking a little bit in the medium and the high speed. Lacking just a touch in the dirty air. Lacking a little bit in the brake cooling, but we've still got very good engine cooling against most of the grid. 10% higher than the average. Let's take a look at the teams that we are specifically fighting against. So we know that Red Bull are half a second quicker than us right now. And it's not through top speed. It's just through, sheer downforce. Look at that. They're first, second and first in the cornering and the dirty air, with exceptional brake cooling as well compared to us. So yeah, that's a very, very strong car. McLaren are the second quickest team, and there you can see just a little bit more speed than us, a little bit more acceleration than us, fractionally, but much better cornering than us. They are second only to Red Bull in the cornering. And then we're in amongst the teams that we're fighting with. So Aston Martin, Ferrari, Williams, Alpine. Let's take a look at Ferrari. And again, on paper, we've got a car that's potentially a little bit better than the Ferrari, but they have got the better drivers. Let's take a look at Alpine. Again, we've got a bit of an edge on them in the speed and acceleration stakes. Better DRS, but that might not be an issue tonight. A little bit closer in the cornering. They're not as far ahead of us as some teams are. A little bit better in the dirty air than Alpine are. And let's take a look at Williams. We've definitely got some speed over Williams, and we've actually got better cornering on Oscar's car now as well, for the most part. Better in the dirty air too. Who else do we need to worry about? Aston Martin. Let's take a quick look at them. Again, a bit quicker than Aston. They've got better acceleration. We've got better DRS. They're very good in the low speed. We've got a slight edge in the high speed, and we're about neck and neck in the medium. So pretty well balanced against Aston. It's going to be another interesting race, and of course, however the rain affects it, could take away one of our strongest weapons, our DRS. Hopefully, whatever rain we do get will only be short and won't be too heavy. Let's set some objectives for tonight. Let's start with qualifying. So the incentive is 1 in the top 10. That we should be able to do. We'll go 1 in the top, 1 into Q3 and both into Q2. That I think we can do quite nicely. Finish position is 1 in the top 10 for the incentive. Again, we'll give it a try. Should be able to hopefully get 1 in the top 10. And I'm not going to go for the fastest lap. I just don't think we've got enough pace for that. Finish position 2 in the top 12 for 2 races. New streak. Well, let's set a new quali streak. I'm going to go 2 in the top 13. Let's go 2 in the top 15 for 5 races. We'll just play it safe. Yeah, some money's better than no money. And there we go. That's our objectives set for tonight. Looks like Farah has done a little bit of research on last season. Oscar 17th, Mick DNF. Yeah, it wasn't a great weekend for us last year. Hopefully, things will continue in a decent form tonight. We've had points finishes in both races. 1 car in the points in Bahrain, 2 in the points last night in Jeddah. Can we get points again tonight? Let's find out as we head to Melbourne.
It's wonderful to be back down under for the Australian Grand Prix. We're a stone's throw from the beach here at the Albert Park circuit. It might be party mood in the grandstands, but in the paddock, expectations and tensions are high. The Albert Park circuit is bursting with rapid corners and a long straight where drivers can push their speed to the limits. Good attention to medium speed downforce will likely make beating this beast of a track just a little bit easier.
Red Bull have outscored their rivals to be at the top of the constructors' table right now. But at just the 3rd round of this year, the title could be anyone's.
Stay right here, because we're just getting started.
Right then, let's take a quick look at our powertrains. So down to 71% already. Gearbox also looking pretty rough. I kind of missed the reliability of the Mercedes engine. Right, setup for our cars tonight. We'll start with Mick. Let's go with... Let's go with the 7.5, a 13, an 8.2, a 2.95, and a 0.2. There we go. We want to go 20 laps here at Melbourne. And for Oscar, let's go a little bit different. Let's go with an 8.5 on the front, a 13, a 6.4, a 3.25, and a 0.8. There he is, the hometown hero. Evening, Hedgehog.
Radio check. Radio check loud and clear. Quick radio check for me. Yep. Radio check. Yep, copy same. A bit less curb. Yep.
So yeah, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, the Alpine car was released today. 2 versions, because they're no doubt going to do what they did last year, which they've done every year since they've had BWT, when they'll run pink as the main colour on the car for the first few races before switching back to blue with pink accents. I say pink with blue accents, it's kind of black with pink and blue accents, and black with blue and pink accents, because there's not much paint on that car at all. Just like there's not a huge amount of paint on the Williams, there's not a huge amount of paint on the McLaren, there's hardly any paint on the Haas, and there's hardly any paint on the Sauber. You know, there's going to be hardly any paint on the Mercedes.
How's the car?
It's going to be decent paint, I would imagine, on the Red Bull.
Okay, comments on balance, please.
Maybe the Ferrari will have a decent amount of paint on it. I'm trying to think who are we still missing off the grid. Still waiting for the Aston. Is that it? Are they the only 2 teams that we're waiting on? Oh, and obviously the Red Bull. Sorry, the Visa Cash App, or the VCARB as they're anachronizing it. So yeah, be interesting to see just how little paint the teams are going to have on their cars when they do finally reveal them. Not a good start in terms of setup. 76 and 77%, both pretty far off. Fair bit of work to do. Right, let's have a look. So everything is off. Let's have a look. I've got a 7.3, so let's go with an 8, 7.3, 3.1, 0.5. How does that look? It's not enough. Not enough of a change. Don't have any other 7.3s. 7.5. That's not going to work. Let's try this. We've got an 8.5, 13, 7.3, 3.0, and a 0.4. Nope, that's not going to work. So this is going to have to be a 6.4 then. Let's have a look. So we'll go with an 8.5, 13, 6.4, 3.3, and a 0.95. That might be it, but that's a little bit too much taken off the front wing. So let me see if I can find one with an 8 that's closer. Here we go. So we've got an 8, a 13, a 6.4, a 3.35 and a 0.95. That takes a little less pressure off the rear wing there, and still looks pretty good everywhere else, so we'll try that. Let's have a look at Oscar's car. Again, everything is just a bit off. Let's try 7.3 on this one. Let's go with a 7.5, a 13, a 7.3, a 3.05, and a 0.5. That's not going to do it. Let's try flipping it over. Let's go with a 7.5, 13, 8.2. 2.95 and a 0.2. This is the setup that we had on Mick's car. That could do it. We'll try that. So hopefully the new underfloor that we put on Oscar tonight will give him a little bit of an extra step forward in performance. We've seen on paper that it looks like it could be a nice little boost to our downforce levels over what they were before. But again, we're still talking smallish margins. The next generation of underfloor that we develop will be a big step forward compared to this one. Once we'll have had that extra expertise gain from our engineering team. Try and get that into development tonight after we've done this race. And the target for us at the moment is to try and get our car up to third fastest on the grid, because we're in that group. I say we've got a clear front runner at the moment in Red Bull, and then 2 or 3 tenths behind we've got McLaren. And then a couple of tenths behind that, we've got the pack, which is us, Ferrari, Alpine, Williams, Aston. And we want to break out of that group if we can, or at least get ourselves to the top of that group. I'd say the Ferrari's probably the biggest challenge in that group. And that's a big step forward, 97%, almost got it right. Just a little tweak needed. Next is probably going to be something similar, I hope. Oh, we nailed it with Mick. Excellent stuff. So yeah, Ferrari's the target now. I would say they're probably just about third fastest, because despite some of the deficits of their car, they've got a very strong driver lineup to compensate for that. We've got probably a slightly better car, but a weaker driver lineup. We can just get that car a little bit better to balance out the lack of ability of our drivers against the top rated drivers. Then that will hopefully just propel us forward a little bit more. Evening, Philip. I'm glad you found some inspiration and that you're enjoying this game. It's a lot of fun. And of course, if you really want to make it difficult for yourself, you can do a challenge like this where you can set yourself some additional rules on top of slapping the difficulty settings all the way up, like we do. I haven't actually put the Season 4 rules in. I mean, they're still the same as Season 3, I just haven't updated them. So no changes in the regulation, additional regs we have to follow, but normally I put those in the video descriptions. You can go back to one of last season's videos, or Season 2 or Season 1, and see the rules that we have to follow. They're essentially unchanged. Evening, Derek. And there we go. We are done with practice 1. Let's take a look at what we need to tweak. Nothing on mixed car. That is sorted, but we do need to tweak Oscar. This is cornering that needs a tweak. I am going to push that up to a 3. And counteract that with a couple of clicks of toe like that. Let's see if that works. We're going to go with 32 laps of fuel. Might have rain in practice 3, so I just want to minimise how much running we have to do in third practice. There we go. Right, let's send them out.
Green light.
Alright, once again, I'm not sure if it's because it's practice, but we're seeing that Mick is consistently a little bit quicker than Oscar for the most part. Although Oscar seems to have picked his pace up a touch now. It's very strange. I mean, Oscar's got the higher stats. You know, mostly higher stats. He's got the quicker car. He's a younger driver developing at a faster rate. And yet Mick is still holding his own with him. And I don't know if that's just down to how they've coded Oscar, or if it's just a weird anomaly because we're running slow pace in practice. But yeah, it is a bit odd. We overcorrected the toe, so we'll just have to dial that back one click. But Oscar's car is now essentially set up perfectly as well. It might just be because of the pace they're running. Their tyres are cold. I don't know. Maybe if they were running at a better tyre pace, maybe they would be a little bit more pronounced in the difference. Oscar does seem to have settled down a bit more now to lapping at least a tenth and a half quicker. But the margin that I was expecting to see just isn't there at the moment. It's not a confidence thing. Oscar generally has higher confidence than Mick. Not sure what it is. But Oscar should be a good 2-3 tenths faster than Mick by now. And for some reason he just isn't. It's bizarre. Well, there we go, with practice 2 done. We need just a little bit of running in the final session now to get that nailed. Just make that one little change that we need to. Ready for FP3. Porsche looking pretty quick. Looking very quick. So if Porsche gets himself into a good car, at the end of his Haas contract, he could be a real threat. Right, there we go. FP2 in the books. Oh, there's no rain today, is it? It's just rain on the Sunday. Never mind. Okay. It'll just be a short run then. We'll just go with the standard 20 laps. Although we probably won't need to use all 20. There we go. And 20 laps. And let's send them out for third and final practice.
A bit less curb. Yep. Copy.
Let's see if there's a bigger disparity in pace when they're on the soft tyres. And once again, it is Mick who bangs in the faster time for the first few laps. Very odd. Might also be the fact that they're driving in clean air as well, not following the racing line properly, avoiding curbs, etc.
What's your feeling?
All right, there we go. We are done with practice. Car park knowledge not at 100 because we are running that brand new underfloor tonight on Oscar's car, but its starting prep will still be around 98%, I would imagine. Let's see exactly what it will be. 97, close. That's still good. That's still very good. All we need to do now is just run the clock. And then we're ready to qualify. And let's see if anyone else has taken a step forward tonight with any upgrades. Practice 3 is done. Once again, the Red Bull's looking pretty quick. At top of the timings. Leclerc, very quick on medium tyres there. Could he make it 3 from 3 tonight? That would be something. Moth in the room. I thought I got rid of that one. Apparently the one I got rid of earlier was not the one that was disturbing me last night, or right now either. I'll have to get that later. Right. There's our starting levels of confidence. Let's head to qualifying.
There's tension in the air today, so it must be time for qualifying.
These days, it's a much faster layout here at Albert Park, and teams need to focus on getting high and medium speed cornering right to set a good qualifying time.
If we could just talk about Mick Schumacher for a second. Given his recent form, how's he going to be going into this session?
It's obvious that they're feeling confident today, and that's sure to be an advantage. I'm keen to see what they'll manage here.
What does today have in store? Only time will tell.
Okay, we are ready to jump straight in. Engine's down to 64, 65. Gearbox is down to below 60 already. We've been pretty hard on our powertrains so far. ERS is holding up quite nicely. Everything else, not so much. Evening, John.
2. Should be great. Let's go there and set some lap times. Prepare the lap. Copy.
Let's just check tyre warm-up. Pretty similar. Mick Warming's tyres are a little bit quicker.
Clear track ahead. I'll be recharge off before the last corner. So we should be good on traffic. Go now, go now, go now.
Tyres still cool. 80 degrees still on Oscar here. Mixed tyres still not up to full temps either. Okay, we may have to watch out for this then. This may be an issue going forward tonight with our qualifying runs. Might try something a little different in Q2. Something I've been thinking about over the last 24 hours. We see mixed tyres now fully up to temps. Oscar's just about getting into temperature window now. And Oscar is behind on track as a result of having cooler temperatures in his tyres. No traffic issues though, which is good. It's a 1:18.6 for Mick. Oscar less than a tenth behind, despite having much cooler tyres for a good chunk of that run.
Delta state negative. Cool the car.
Yep, copy.
So Giovinazzi will be the next car to... Oh, maybe not. What about Ocon? Oh, Ocon's just starting his lap. So Giovinazzi's going to be the next car to actually set a lap time. Closely followed by Yuki. There he is, just popping into the back of the shot. And Yuki is closing, so this is going to be a much quicker time from Tsunoda. Giovinazzi goes third, not far behind us, and Yuki goes quickest. Actually, I thought he was looking quicker than that. That's a pretty good time from Giovinazzi, if Tsunoda is the benchmark.
Pit limits on. Stop on the marks and switch off when you get it.
Ocon's going to be next across the line, I think. We're going to send them both out again straight away. I don't think those times will be good enough, as Ocon just nips in front of us. I think it's going to be another very close qualifying session. Very fine margins, proving, deciding who stays, who goes. This is Perez finishing his flying lap. This will be a benchmark now, potentially. And there we go, 1:18.5. The new lead time. Porsche is in third place. Look how close those margins are. For sure, a long way off the pace. Here comes Verstappen. And a new benchmark again, a 1:18.4 now. Our drivers have got separated very much. Traffic coming through, I think, has done that. So both drivers will have clean air to run in then. Hopefully their tyres are a little bit better this time. Let's have a quick look. No, it's still cool. But at least they're at the same kind of warm-up rate.
Clear ahead. Go one.
Yeah, still, tyres are cold at the start of the lap. Going to definitely have to try something a little different in Q2, I think. Mick gets through without any issues. Should be the same for Oscar here. As long as we catch him before we get into a dodgy area. That's not ideal. Verstappen is half a second slower than Leclerc. No improvement for Mick in the first, but Oscar's improved. All right, Sainz is down in 10th place. 3/10 slower than us at the moment. Schumacher hasn't improved at all in the middle, or on the lap at all. Oscar's not improved in the middle. What about the final sector? No improvement for Mick.
We're sat in P7 at the moment. Okay, good lap time, last lap.
Oscar does improve, finds a couple of tenths. Or maybe just a tenth. Yeah, just about a tenth and a half he found there. But still, not showing the pace that we need. We're not getting the heat in the tyres. So, we'll have to do a 2-lap run at the end of the session if we go again. I'm not sure if we need to. Hopeful we don't. We're still waiting on a few cars to set an initial time. Russell, Norris still hasn't even left the pits yet. Magnussen's on a flying lap by the look of it. Gasly, is this a flying lap from Gasly or is this him starting one? We're faster than Stroll, faster than Zhou. So it looks like Williams have slipped a little bit at the moment. Yeah, Gasly's slower than us as well. So we've got an advantage over the Astons at the moment. Bottas starting his flying lap. Maldonado starting his. Still Norris is in the garage. And this is Russell on his out lap. Oh, and here comes Norris, finally.
Okay, stop the box and switch off. Off, go pit lane.
What are our tyres at the moment? 83%. Yeah, I don't really want to run them again. But if we do, we'll have to take manual control so we can make sure we get the tyres a little bit warmer. So if McLaren slipped or if Ferrari improved just a touch, I get the feeling, until Norris completes his lap, we're not really sure. Norris definitely quicker than Yuki, but maybe McLaren have not had anything significant on the car, and the pack has caught them a little bit. We've definitely seen a step forward from Haas here tonight. You can see Maloney is just 13 thousandths slower than Schumacher right now. Porsche is just a fraction quicker than Mick, a little bit slower than Oscar. What pace has Russell got in his car? It's good enough for third. 10th, quicker than Tsunoda. Right, just Norris now. Looking at Albon versus Ocon, I think Albon's definitely going to improve. I don't know if Williams are going to improve that much. Mercedes, I don't think they're going to improve enough. I don't think Alfa Romeo are going to improve enough. I'd like to think we're safe. I think Ferrari might have taken just a step. Maybe McLaren have yet to put an upgrade on. Maybe Baku they'll be blisteringly quick. Who knows? We are going to go one more time. Porsche is just starting a flying lap, so he's potentially going to separate our two drivers.
Let's get those brake temps warmed up. So, focus on your tyres and brakes.
Copy.
Let's pick our pace up, let's go.
Copy.
We're good to push.
Copy.
No saving required.
Yeah.
Push a bit more.
Copy.
Tyres are still undercooked, temperature-wise.
Okay, push. Let's go.
Copy.
Yeah, Oscar really struggling to get his tyres up to temperature.
Use everything.
Yeah.
Overtaking is available.
Copy.
We've got Mick's tyres warmed up to the right level as he crosses the line. Oscar just lagging behind a little bit, 5 degrees. So hopefully it'll start him off a little bit better than he has done on his last couple of runs. Got a couple of cars in front. There's going to be potential hold-ups. No improvement for Oscar in the first, but Mick's improved. I think Oscar's probably safe. Mick could do with maybe just finding an extra 10th, just to be safe. No improvement in the middle for Oscar. Schumacher definitely improving. No hold up there, that's good. No improvement from either driver. Mick just losing pace in the final sector there. That's frustrating.
Recharge on.
Copy.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Yeah.
So, who can really challenge us? We've got Maldonado close behind, and not Maldonado, Maloney. He's close behind us on track and on a flying lap. Giovinazzi's trying to improve. Bottas trying to get out of the bottom. Magnussen, Gasly. For sure, I think it's going to probably stay bottom. And we've also got an out lap for Sainz. He's just starting his flying lap. See, Gasly is knocked down a place. I think, is that Giovinazzi improving? Or was that Gasly sneaking through? That might be Gasly sneaking through.
That's a good bit late.
Yeah, his lap's done. Has Bottas done enough? Both Mercedes in the drop zone right now. Magnussen improves. The 15th. Bottas is out. Albon is out. Ooh, okay, we're through. Gasly's not improving. Not even on a flying lap. He's on an in lap. Oh, and he's holding up Sainz. That's it. Sainz is out. There's no way Sainz is going to improve now. Enough, anyway, I don't think. Oh, the mighty Mercedes. How they have fallen. Yeah, no improvement from Sainz.
P11.
So Giovinazzi makes it through.
All right, well,
Both Williams
through.
just scraped through. We're saying goodbye to Gasly in an Aston Martin, Sainz and Bottas in the Mercedes cars, Albon in an an Alpine, and Vershaw in the Alfa Romeo Sauber. Right. So, plan for this session here is to do a 2-lap run without a cool-down lap. Just to get a baseline time in, and then we'll see what I do with the next set of tyres. What I might do is I might take manual control and do like a 3-lap run with the new tyres.
Again, let's concentrate on those tyres.
Where I just run the first lap on medium pace, next lap on bit of push pace.
Tyres, brakes.
No battery in either of those 2 laps, and the 3rd lap just go hell for leather with the tyres. I don't know. I want to try and gradually build the confidence up, build the tyre temperature up without taking too much life out of the tyres. Don't want them to be like one and done use. I might just go for a 2-lap run like this. Alright, let's check in with the tyres. Yeah, very undercooked.
Clear track ahead.
Very undercooked.
Gonna push next lap.
So gap
And once again, it's Oscar who's struggling to warm his tyres up more than Mick. sector colours kind of irrelevant on this first lap. We're the first cars to set time, so what's going to be interesting is the second flying lap. Especially since we have the potential for traffic getting in the way. Although it looks as though we might be in with a chance of a slipstream on the Williams. Not sure which one that is. Is that Magnussen? No, it's Joe. And he's a little bit too far ahead, I think. Instant improvement from both drivers. We're slower than Giovinazzi right now. Although, tyres in much worse shape, as you can see. Right, up to the line for Mick. Does he improve? No, he does not. Oscar does, but it's nearly 3/10. But it's the confidence that's nice. Both drivers into peak confidence now. Let's see what Porsche can do. The young Frenchman. Having to negotiate quite a few cars there at the end of Sector 1. Once again, Max goes 3.5 tenths quicker than the rest of the field. Leclerc just leaving the garage now. See what Leclerc can do. Porsche crosses the line and goes 10th. Ooh. Maybe he got really badly held up in that transition between sectors 1 and 2 there. So there were quite a few cars in the way, us included. So we are not going to get any more life out of those tyres there. We are going to go with 2 flying laps. Again, no cooldown. But this time I'm going to take manual control. And we're going to keep the first lap relatively slow. But we're not going to be running for a while, so let's advance time a bit. hopefully we've got some clear track now. Is that keep him to call him Maldonado. I think that Maloney starting a lap. No, that was him actually completing a flying lap. That's good. So we've got no pressure from behind.
Push.
So we're going to gradually build the pace into these tyres, gradually build the heat into them.
Yep.
Not really going to push on our first flying lap. This is still our warm-up. Here comes our flying lap, our first flying lap.
Charge is good. Copy. Keep your pace up. That's good.
And then we'll have a proper flying lap once this lap's done.
Let's go recharge on, please. Recharge on.
Copy. Come on. Copy. And energy is available.
Yep. Okay, recharge on.
Copy. Comfortable to push.
Yep. Let's push, come on.
Copy.
There we go, tyres perfectly in the window as we start our proper flying lap with a full battery as well, or pretty much full. Just hope traffic isn't going to get in the way here. Both drivers improving, but then that's not really a shocker given considering the state of the tyres we did our first times on. Coming up to more back markers, or outlappers. Little lift for Oscar. That could be fatal. I don't know if Mick got held up. He went purple in the middle sector, which is encouraging. Oscar is going out as things stand. We're going to keep pushing and hope I've got enough fuel. Maybe should have put an extra lap in.
Okay, we need some more lift and coast, please. A bit more in each zone. Copy. Just think about looking after this tyre where we need to. Yeah, copy.
Mick is safe.
Let's recharge on.
Copy. Okay, so let's look after these tyres. Copy. save fuel.
Trying to give Oscar some kind of slipstream here.
No energy. Okay.
If he runs out of fuel, he's out.
Copy delivery. Pit limiter on.
Which is going to happen.
Let's stop on the marks. Wait for 2 seconds and switch off.
He was out of qualifying anyway, but I was hoping that I could maybe sneak him into the top 10 and then he'd run out of fuel and he wouldn't then take part in Q3, but he would be in 10th. But okay, so didn't quite work. The theory was there, but that little lift as we hit traffic into the third sector there killed Oscar's time. He was on to improve. It was just he lost too much time there, and with the margins as they are, I mean, wasn't enough. We got Mick through though. I'm glad I said 2 in the top 15 because that's where we are, 2 in the top 15. Once again, the Aussie curse hitting hard for Oscar Piastri. Not going to be a great weekend for him, I don't think. Let's see what we can do with Mick. I wish I knew what the weather was like. Help me decide how I wanted to approach this final session. We're going to go 2 flying laps like this and see. We're going to run out of battery on the second lap. But we haven't really got time to do 2 laps with a cool down. Actually, we don't need to do 2 flying laps on these tyres. What's more beneficial is to do 2 flying laps on the other tyres with a cool down lap. So, hey there, Mr. Water. We just need to get a baseline of confidence with this set of tyres. And we're not going to get it because Norris has beaten us out of the pits. So we'll get some confidence, but we won't be going top, which means we won't be getting into peak.
So let's just concentrate on these
God
tyres.
damn. Well, this time's going to be rubbish, so let's just speed it through. Get to the point where we can actually put on some good tyres. Actually, we got more confidence out of that than I was expecting, even if we were 1.2 seconds off Norris.
Pit limiter on.
Don't know what the weather's going to do. No real difference. We'll go with these tyres and just hope. I didn't put the extra lap on. There we go. Gone a little early, but I'm hopeful that we can get clear runs by going a little early with both laps.
Okay, let's concentrate on that warm-up.
Copy. clear.
Good to push next lap.
Right then. Let's have a couple of good flying laps here from Mick. Oh, wow, look how cool those tyres are. Track temperature is not that high at the moment compared to sometimes, there's some of the weather conditions we can get here. It is a very overcast, cloudy day. You can see air temperature only 15 degrees. Track temperature is only 23. Yeah, it's no wonder the tyres aren't warming up properly. Now they're up to temp. So Mick improves above Porsche, but that was just to get the tyres warmed up and get the confidence into peak, which we've done. Got a cool down lap to recharge the battery because we will run out if we were to go straight onto a second flying lap. And then hopefully we can push on a little bit more and move up the order. Evening, MGL. Right, so we need a good lap now from Mick.
Let's go for it.
We've got a Haas of Porsche popping out in front of us. That might be a problem. Depends where we catch him. There's quite a few cars in front of us on outlaps by the look of it. Right, we're up in the first. Smoothly past Porsche. Magnussen is the next car in front of us. And then Verstappen. I don't know if we'll catch Max. Hopefully we'll get past Magnussen without any hold up. We're up again. Magnussen doesn't move out of the way quickly. He's going to get in our way. He's going to get in our way. Actually, it's not going to hurt us too bad. He's starting his flying lap now. So we'll actually get a nice little slipstream across the line here. This actually might have worked out really nicely for us. And we're up to 7th. We found another 4/10, but
Nice lap.
it's not as good as I was hoping it was going to be. Again, we're having issues with the tyres. By the time we had them up to temperature there wasn't really enough rubber to really fully improve on that second flying run. Maybe I should have given them brand new tyres, but Like I say, I don't know what's going on with the weather in the race. We know there's going to be rain. Having 2 sets of softs might be beneficial, especially if the track temps are low. So, we're looking at Magnussen and Pourchaire. These are the two that could displace us from 7th. Magnussen moves in front of his teammate but stays behind us. What about Teo? Max has got pole from Leclerc at the moment. Norris is in 3rd. I don't think Yuki has got enough to take pole position here. But he has got enough to go quicker than Norris, and he wasn't far off in the end. Just a 10th, exactly 1/10 off. There you go, there's your top 10. Max on pole from Charles Leclerc. Then the 2 McLarens of Tsunoda and Norris. Then the 2 Ferraris of Perez and Russell. We're in 7th ahead of the 2 Williams of Magnussen and Zhou. And then Pourchaire in 10th. Let's see what the weather's going to do in the Grand Prix.
Well, there's nothing quite like it. Welcome along to race day.
Albert Park often seems to set teammate against teammate. From Hill and Villeneuve dueling for the 1996 win to Bottas beating fellow Mercedes driver and pole sitter Hamilton to the win in 2019.
How do you think Oscar Piastri is feeling as we get nearer to race time?
You know, it's not going well for them at the moment. They haven't been able to put everything together, and it's going to be a lot of work to get back to where they need to be.
In any case, Melbourne is ready, and so are we. So strap yourselves in for the Australian Grand Prix.
Might help Oscar's cause if his front wing was attached to his car. Just saying. Right, let's have a look at that weather. Oh, it's going to rain early, very early. There's a few sprinting laps on Inters, and then it's quite a long stint on Inters as well. Inters should hold on quite nicely. We can probably go soft again at the end. Yes, we can. So that's our strategy. Oh, excuse me. Oh dear. I wanted was to delete. You know, it's a random habit of deleting and time-outing other people by mistake. Just going to go with 1 extra lap of fuel. Going to go very aggressive off the line. We've got to try and make some moves early on with both cars. Let's see what we can do.
The fans here in Melbourne are all set, as are the drivers, heading into 58 laps around Albert Park. Now I wonder, will things be going Lando Norris's way in this race?
They're fourth on the grid, so I'd expect to see them mount a challenge for the top 3 in this race.
And it looks like we're good to go. Brace yourselves for the Australian Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
Let's keep the pressure on, mate.
All right, down a place. Under pressure from the Williams. Oh, that wasn't good. Oscar's, what a great start for Oscar. He's up 3 places. Are we going to see a replay of that? I really hope so. Oh, Paul Scher's had a terrible start. He's down in 13th. Maloney's up to 9th. What happened there? What happened with Haas? Did the drivers get in the wrong cars or something? Did Maloney get in Teo's car? Oscar in peak confidence thanks to that overtake flurry at the start there. Mick struggling to keep pace with the cars in front. The Ferrari's swarming all over the back of Norris right now. Joe the fastest lap. Lightning start from him. Looking at getting damp levels on the track in 7 minutes. It's about 4 laps, 5 laps. I want to try and stagger my drivers if I can.
And recharge on.
And the Ferraris have dropped back off Norris a little bit. Ocon putting Magnussen under pressure. He's going for the move. Magnussen fighting him off. Or trying to. Can't get it done.
DRS enabled.
And Max has bolted at the front. He's a second clear of Leclerc before the DRS switches on.
Came out behind us.
Leclerc just about clear of Tsunoda.
Use energy.
Let's use what's left of our battery now to try and get close enough to maybe make a move before the pits. We need our pits and our pit crew to respond really, really quickly with their stops today if we want to try and do something in terms of jumping a couple of cars. So have your bucket of salt at the ready there, Hedgehog, because I'm hoping we're going to have some very quick times.
No more DRS.
Sitting around the battery. Bucket at the ready. Good to see.
Okay, recharge on.
So we're going to get a couple of laps of drizzle like this, and then it's going to suddenly start getting a bit wetter, a bit quicker. Looking at maybe 3 laps If that, well, maybe not even that. It's going to be damp in 4 minutes. That's 2 laps.
It does look like there could be some rain later on.
I can't just pit at 70 mil because unless I just happen to be around the pit entrance when it gets to 70 mil. If I wait for it to get to 70 mil, I might wait too long and it'd be too wet by the time I get to the pits. I've got to be proactive on the stop here. I've got 1, maybe 2 laps left before I have to think about boxing. Right, Joe has been dropped by the Ferraris. There's a chance here for Schumacher. Let's cue him up for a lunge in clean air if he gets close enough. It's not close enough. Oh wow, we're getting lunged ourselves. What the hell happened there? Maloney up into 8th. Where did he start? 11th. He's up 3 places. They got absolutely gobbled up there. Oscar's lost a place. He's down to 13th. Our drivers seem to be struggling in these sort of fluctuating conditions, shall we say. We're coming under massive pressure from Ocon now. Or is it that just the cars have been, some of the cars have been playing possum with their battery and now they're deploying and we haven't got anything left to fight with because we're already pushing as hard as we can. Gonna box on the next lap.
Let's box now, please. Box now. Box for inters. Box.
We're boxing. Could be. Box for inter.
I'm expecting that pretty much the whole field to box. Unfortunately, we're kind of mid-pack at the moment, which means we're going to maybe hold up a couple of cars, but we're also likely to get held up a little bit ourselves. Isn't ideal. Hopefully some of these cars are going to stay out and do another lap, which would not be good for them. If they do. 2 Red Bulls have broken away. They're now nose to tail. 2 McLarens in 3rd and 4th and nose to tail. The Ferraris in 5th and 6th also nose to tail. And there is Max boxing. Leclerc's staying out. Yuki's boxing. Norris is staying out. Russell boxes. Perez stays out. We're bringing both our drivers in. And everybody behind us is boxing. Sainz stays out. Giovinazzi stays out. Stroll stays out. Those guys are screwed. Oh, no. Oh, disaster. No. Oh, that's just shafted us royally.
Tyres are on the low side, so good work on the tyres.
Ah, God damn it.
It's a slow.
That's it. We're boned. I was expecting to see a little dance there. Yeah, I probably deserve that hedgehog. I hold no grudges. Let's see what happens here with the Red Bulls. Good stop. Not held up by Norris at all. Perez got a good stop. Maloney got held up quite badly. Maloney's going to get passed by everybody except us. Wow, look how far off the back we are. Oh my god. Maloney was in front of Mick. And then he stayed out that extra lap. And look where he is. Look where we could have been had we not been stuck in the pits. And now we're nowhere.
Okay, mate, let's try and protect the tyre. Okay.
Once again, I very aptly named our live stream before before times, like I am on gifted with foresight, and the Aussie curse very much in effect. Only this time, Oscar was screwed by the mystical forces tinkering with Schumacher and ruining Schumacher's race at the same time. Oscar was sat there for so long waiting to get into his pit box. And his stop wasn't great, it wasn't horrible, it was what, 2.5 seconds, but I mean, he was stuck there for ages waiting for Mick, because Mick's stop was like 2.5 seconds more than it should have been. 2.5 seconds more than it should have been, and then he had to sit there and wait and wait and wait to be released, and meanwhile Oscar's just sat behind going, come on! And now he's 4 seconds off the back of his teammate, 5 seconds off the back of the Shaw. Yeah, disaster. At least we are closing back in on the pack, but points might be a struggle tonight. Because one of our best weapons is our DRS, and we ain't got no DRS now until the very end of the race. Who knows? Maybe a safety car will close the field back up. Maybe we'll just get really, really lucky with the timing of our pit stops to go on to softs at the end. Somewhere around lap 42. Maybe we'll be able to, catch a break there and jump a couple of cars. But at least we haven't lost all of our confidence. I mean, Mick's at starting level because he did get overtaken. But Oscar's confidence is pretty good. Still pretty high from that really strong start he had, gaining 3 places off the line. Our pace is nowhere, look. 128. I think everyone's pushing their inters, though. Yeah, they are. Trying to be a little bit more patient with mine. About 1.8 kilos of fuel for a lap here at Melbourne. We will slowly, and I do mean slowly, burn it off while the track is wet like this. But we can basically push on fuel for most of the rest of the race now. The entire stint on inters we should be able to push. And then just try and keep the temperature of the tyres under control. Oh my God, that's a terrible lap for Mick. What happened? 128.8. Where the hell's our pace gone? Oh, we've got a yellow flag. There's a bit of drama in front of us somewhere. It's Porsche.
So let's take a look at the replay. Right, we're taking the second corner.
Trying to put the moves on Valtteri and just locks it up and drops all the way down to us. In fact, he's behind us. He still hasn't got going. There he is. All right, that's one car done. We just need 17 more cars to lock up. Ideally, all into the back of the car, the car in front. God, can you imagine if everyone who's right behind Joe right now just locked up into the back of him, and just the whole field just went. That would be amazing. Biggest wreck I've seen so far has been with 5 cars involved. I wonder if we'll ever see something more than that. When I say 5 cars involved, I mean 5 cars out from a crash. I've seen other cars get damaged from big crashes. We had that really big one at Barcelona where we just got absolutely torpedoed. Was that season 1 of this career? I think it was. Where I started on the hard tyres thinking I'm going to be clever here, and whew, not so much. Again, we don't have the pace. We're going to have to up our tyre pace.
Okay, push. Let's go.
Trying to hold that back, but we don't really have a choice because we are just not catching anybody. We've lost ground. We are falling behind, and I don't understand why. Again, maybe it's battery, maybe it's not, but Porsche is closing in on the back of Oscar. Why are we so slow? What's everyone else's engine situation like? 65, same as us, give or take. Red Bull engine's in good shape. Mercedes engine's in very good shape, as expected. The Alpine's in slightly better shape than us. Williams in better shape than us. Yeah, they're in better shape than us. Well, yeah, everyone's engines are in better shape than us. The only ones that are close to us are the Ferraris right now, and even they're better than us. We've got the worst engines on the grid in terms of power output right now. Maybe that's hurting us. I think we're going to have to go or seriously consider new engines at Baku. It's a bit early to do that, but I mean, we just don't have any pace. Maybe it's, I don't know if it's the weather. But I'm really not liking these pace numbers at the moment. Yeah, it's still nowhere. Still nowhere on pace. Let's use up our batteries.
Overtake is available.
Copy.
Our car is definitely heavy at the moment. Got a lot of weight saving to do. If this chassis had got the weight stripped out of it, which I completely forgot to do, we just kind of sped through getting it through the design phase. Maybe that would have helped us be a bit more nimble here tonight, but the next one at Baku will definitely be better. Or is actually, I think the next one isn't coming. One of our new parts isn't coming for Baku. It's coming for Imola, I think. I can't remember if that's the suspension or the chassis. Might be the chassis. How's everyone else's tyres doing? Let's have a look. Yeah, they're pushing their tyres as well. I wonder if they're going to try and two-stop it on inters, or two sets of inters. Much better pace from Oscar that lap, a 1:27.6. Definitely need to switch our cars over because Oscar's got more pace, but still there's no great pace. Mick is just about treading water in terms of the gap to Bashaw. I really don't know where our pace has gone.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Yeah, copy.
It's kind of devastating to just be this far back and not even, you know, having any real hope of moving up through the grid into the points at this stage. And it's not like our drivers are incompetent in the wet. You know, they put in some good performances last season in wet races. Nothing earth-shatteringly good, but, you know, solid. Confidence is slightly above starting level, but not by a huge amount. Oscars is starting to dip now from where he was earlier. It's going to be a very long race. Still don't think we need to box for a second set of inters, though. I think, you know, we can make this one set last. I think there's enough laps to justify a second set. We certainly don't seem to have the pace to make up for another stop. So we just got to tough it out and just hope that we can find some pace when the track dries up again for the last 18 laps or so. Oh, yellow flag. Is that someone running wide at turn one? And that's Porsche locking up again.
There. Now it's quite wet for those on the track.
So
Well, you can see the lockup.
he's not technically a rookie anymore. It's his second season, but he is still an inexperienced driver. And you can see there a rookie mistake. Tyre temps starting to climb for Oscar. Mick now slowly starting to close in on Vashaw, who's at a slow lap, a 1:29.2.
to do what we can to recharge the battery.
And if anything, we've actually gained a little bit of fuel. Going for a straight overtake here. Give Oscar the confidence boost that he's going to need to start making some moves up through the order. Moth in my eye line again. Another yellow flag. Oh, safety car. Okay, that's going to close the field up.
Crash ahead, crash ahead, crash ahead.
And
Caution through there.
I am going to put on a brand new set of inters, because why not? We're at the back of the field. We're only going to lose one place by doing this. It's going to leave us completely bloated on fuel, though, unfortunately.
There's a yellow flag now.
Oh, multiple cars. I like to see multiple cars. It's Max. As he hit his teammate. Oh! The Red Bulls are out. Both the Red Bulls are out.
You can just feel the frustration from the team.
Charles Leclerc lost it. Hit the barrier, spun onto the track, and Mac just steered straight into it. It's a red flag. Oh, everyone's going to box for fresh tyres now. Everyone's going to change their tyres. Leclerc into the barrier, skids onto the track, and Max just targeted him. He drove straight at him. And that's why it's a red flag. No way through for the cars. They're stopped on track. But it will not be another 1-2 for...
Not for the first time today. The drivers are lined up, awaiting the lights.
Oh, I'm getting some spinning on my phone.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
All right, let's keep closing up. Great job.
Get your head down, you can do this, come on.
Ah, there we go. It's moving again. Whew, I was a little worried then. Leclerc's got a penalty. How did Leclerc get a penalty? What? That makes no sense. Forgot to turn the batteries on, but Piastri is looking a bit aggressive. Oh yeah, track turns right very quickly. We need to definitely change our strategy.
Right, let's follow the action now at turn 7. There's the opening.
Couldn't quite sweep around the Alfa Romeo there as well, but we got close to the back of to getting alongside for sure. Right, let's start looking at strategy changes. So, track graph. We need to add in a new set of tyres. Mediums will go the distance. Just about. So if we make that strategy A, what about if we went hard tyres? That's 7 seconds slower. I don't have another set of softs I could put on. I don't think. No, I don't. It's got to be mediums then. It's got to be. And then we'll have an extra set of softs just in case something happens.
How's the track?
starting to appear to arrive.
This is just a little blip. It's gonna. There we go. DRS is well, it wasn't active anyway, but we're back to damp running again. Oscar's battery getting the move done there. And now we're probably not going to make another move, so we'll do that.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy. Okay, recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Just going to burn these tyres. It's not long left, as you can see on these tyres, 12 minutes. So we're just going to keep pushing them hard like this for the rest of the wet weather. Good move there from Maloney on for sure.
Use energy.
Yeah, copy. Overtaking is available.
Copy.
Just looking to see if we can line up a move.
Big PU
Nope.
cooler.
Copy.
And no.
Bring the pack up.
Yeah. Recharge on, please recharge on.
Copy.
Let Albon try and make his move, and we'll just charge up in the background. We're going to struggle to get past Pourchaire while he's scrapping with Vasseur as well, so again, we'll get charged up a little bit while we can. See if we can find a gap and then try and exploit it. But at least we're not as bad as we were before the red flag. 14th and 18th now, as opposed to 17th and 18th.
Okay, recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Is everyone else hammering their tyres? No, they're not. I'm very surprised by that. Track will be dry in 9 minutes. Slowly starting to close those gaps back up again.
Nothing on the radar. No radar.
I'm toying with the idea of saving the battery until we box and then use it at the start of dry tyres. Let's start charging those batteries up again. I don't think we're going to be able to really make any significant forward progress in the next couple of laps. So your comment about when to box, Hedgehog, it all depends as to how quickly the rain's dropping off, and in this case very slowly, as you can see. So boxing at 110 to 1.1 to 1.05 mil, that's not good, because it'll take too long for the dry tyres to warm up. The conditions will be wrong and we'll actually lose time if we box that early. We want the track to be at around about 0.8 when we box. Otherwise it's going to be too wet for the softs, well, the mediums. And a full push on inters at 0.9 is going to be quicker than a full push on dries at 0.9. Especially cold dry tyres.
Charge is good. Copy.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
Yeah, this little increase in track water is the peak. It's going to start falling away very soon. You can see the sun's coming out now. Might actually be able to make a move here with Oscar.
Use energy. Copy.
We can get him a little bit of extra confidence, ready for the start of the tyres. That would be good. Same with Mick. Let's give him a lap of pushing just to see if they can do something, and then we'll go back to charging up again. We've got more pace, we just can't get the run we need. Everyone's getting the slipstream. Can we get a run down the inside here? Get them under braking.
No more rain from what we can see. Keep us updated on track condition, please.
Come on, push, 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 push. Sound like a midwife. Push! I still haven't got the move done. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't think Mick's going to get through.
Use energy.
Put Mick back into charge.
Let's go recharge on. Copy.
I still haven't got the move done. Come on. There we go.
Focus on bringing the pack
Excellent.
back up. Copy.
There's a real danger that Mick's just going to get left behind now, but we've done all we can do. Tyres are already degrading very fast. I'm going to have to slow the tyre wear down now,
Back off.
because the track's going to absolutely melt them now. Just hope that we can stay ahead of Albon. the yellow flag. Please don't be Mick. It's not.
Copy.
Someone's spinning in front of us.
Recharge back on, please. Recharge
Maybe.
on.
Oh,
Let's
Ocon
have a
running
look
wide.
at that. Here we are then looking at turn 12. And wide they go, leaving the racing line. Fighting with the car, just a little perhaps.
Okay. That will slow that little group in front of us down. Actually, no. The little group in front of us is a couple of seconds further back.
Copy.
Oh, fight him off, fight him off.
Come on.
Screw it, let's just push the tyres. We're boxing in the next lap or so.
Push up.
Ah! No. Our pace is going again. These conditions like this, these low-level conditions, are just killing us. Look at this. Just so vulnerable right now.
Let's go recharge on, please. Recharge on.
Copy.
One more lap. It's too dry. And so it's too wet for dry. There's going to be another mad scramble in the pit lane.
So we will box now. Copy, box.
Oscar has got the tyres to make a double soft stop work. Mick doesn't. Let's have a look. So, that is the strategy that we've got planned for Mick. Oscar has got less used softs. And that's still slower. Okay. Mediums it is.
Box now. Copy, box. Bring the pack up. Copy.
We might see the leaders stay out an extra lap. I think we'll see some staggering of pit stops for, the front runners. Don't think everyone else will do that.
DRS.
Deliberately building a little bit of a gap between our two cars. Yeah, not many people are boxing. No one's boxing, apart from Giovinazzi and Maldonado, I'm for sure.
Copy.
So this could be spectacular, this could be disastrous. It's kind of a finely balanced point, but I think we've timed it just about right. That's a good stop, 2.3 seconds. 2.5 for Oscar. No, sorry, Schumacher, not so good. Quickest stop of the Grand Prix.
Pit exit.
There's, I was going to say mud in your eye, but salt in your eye there, Hedgehog.
Copy. Keep looking after these tyres. Copy.
And we do not have to worry about fuel for the rest of the race. At least we shouldn't have to with that much on board.
Let's go recharge on.
Copy.
Yeah, they went mediums as well. Yuki's in from the lead. Yuki's still leading ahead of Perez. There's Norris. Oh, it's a disaster. Oh, no, it's not. There's Perez. I thought Perez had got held up. Where are we? We're in the DRS zone. Tyres are up to temperature. Oh, get out the way, Stroll. Git. Thank you very much for the confidence boost there. Actually, that worked out quite nicely, didn't it? Gonna make hay while the sun shines. Get past Bottas here before his tyres warm up. Go on around the outside. Last of the battery.
No energy, no energy.
Copy.
And now we've got a run on Giovinazzi as well.
Recharge on. Copy.
Or have we?
Let's look after these tyres.
Copy.
Nope. Apparently not. Not yet. We'll stay close.
Look after
Evening, Mystic.
tyres.
Track still hasn't fully dried up yet. Everyone's on mediums. Not at all surprised by that. I thought maybe one or two cars might have tried it on hards, but apparently not. We can go another 10 laps and then get a safety car. I'm going to scramble in for soft tyres. Oscar still struggling to get past. It's worrying that we can't get past Giovinazzi. Schumacher at risk of getting dropped. Let's give him a bit more tyre. I'd like to think we'll have a bit more pace in clean air, but it doesn't look like we can actually get into clean air. Not without pushing the tyres, which I'm kind of loath to do. I don't want to wear our grip out too early. Where's Hamilton? Didn't sign for anybody and has announced his retirement, so he'll be gone completely at the end of this season. Right now he's sat in free agency. Same with Alonso. Alonso hasn't announced his retirement, but he is sat in free agency right now. Got to force this move.
Used energy. Overtake is available. Copy.
Come on, bravery, bravery, bravery. Oh man, we just don't have any acceleration. What the hell?
Focus on bringing the pack back up. Recharge on, please. Copy.
Maybe we're just too heavy with fuel, which is entirely possible. I mean, we did stick extra fuel in and then got the rain and then the red flag, which has filled us up way more than we should have by this point. So Giovinazzi actually picked his pace up on that last lap as well. It was quicker than Magnussen, closed the gap down from nearly 4 seconds to under 3. Might have backed off a bit though. And where is Stroll? Mick's dropped out of range.
Okay, recharge on.
Where is our pace?
Let's pick our pace up, let's go.
Copy. And you are free to use the energy when you want. So you're good to push on tyres.
I need to get past. Need to get past. There we go. This time we got him.
Need to focus on getting the pack up. Back off.
So ninth place now for Oscar. It's working out quite nicely for him. Giovinazzi is feeling the pressure from Stroll. Hopefully we can keep him at arm's length so he doesn't have a try at us, but keep him in the DRS as well so that he holds Stroll behind him. But I don't think he's going to be able to hold him back. I'd like to think he will, but we'll see. Try and get Mick back into DRS range. He's out at the moment. Giovinazzi's just in DRS range. He's closing up on us quick. Much quicker than I would have liked. But he is keeping Stroll behind. That's good. And Mick now back into range, just about.
And recharge on, recharge on. Copy.
Need to try and make some moves for Schumacher. Let's have a look at his confidence level.
Copy.
Yeah, it's default. Need to get him a couple of overtakes. Oscar's confidence just under full.
Make more gap now.
See if I can get onto the back of Magnussen. I've only got battery for a tiny little bit of a push here, but if I can try and close up to him before he can start pushing himself to get back onto Gasly, that'll be good.
No energy.
Okay, recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Alright, I've killed the battery. I've broken away from Giovinazzi, which might be a bad thing. Hopefully he'll frustrate Stroll still. We're within 2 seconds of Magnussen. Come on, Gio, hold back Stroll. Stroll's going to have a lunge up the inside. Stroll's got him, but he's going to give the DRS to Giovinazzi, so Giovinazzi's got a chance to come back at Stroll here. Gap's still 2 seconds. Can't push these tyres too hard for too long. Still got plenty of running to do. .9 the gap. Stroll managed to hold off Giovinazzi and is closing. .6. We're closing him down. And the whole second lap faster on the last lap. Need just a little bit more. 1.4.
Okay, recharge on.
Okay.
Nick in danger of getting dropped, so let's just up his pace a touch.
Copy.
1.3. I've got to go one more lap like this. Stroll's now in the DRS zone as well. .2. Still not quite there. Come on, Oscar.
Energy is available.
Full deployment out of this, out of turn 2 here.
Bring the pack up.
Just another couple of corners. All right, we made it.
Back off now.
Whew, that was hard work. Right, now we need to start moving Mick up the order because he is lagging. And there's a gap forming between Albon and Porsche. The launch we get from turn 2 that's going to determine if we have a chance here. closed right in, but it's not enough. Oscar actually got past Magnussen. Excellent stuff. So we're up into 8th place. A couple of seconds off Gasly. Don't think we'll catch him. Not without a serious push, which we can't really do at the moment. It's possibly my last chance with Mick for a while. Around the outside, maybe? No. That's it, now the battery.
ERS disabled.
It's just not working out for us.
Okay, so let's look after these tyres.
We're going to get caught past here. Oh no, we actually closed the door. Right, Albon and Maloney fighting in front of us. Got the tyre temps back down again.
Let's push, come on.
They stay side by side on the main straight. We might have a chance to follow through. If not through turn 1, then maybe coming out of turn 2 into turn 3. No, they broke up. Back into single file again. Oh wow, Stroll took the pair of us.
So this is what happened. Now we're approaching turn 2.
Yeah, he got up the inside there, and then while we had Magnussen covered, Stroll dived up around the outside into turn 1, had the inside for turn 2, and just made the move.
And Lance Stroll makes the overtake.
Can we keep Magnussen behind? Yes, we can. Right, now, can we stay with Stroll? Stroll's going to start pushing forward a bit. Trying to break away from us already.
Push more. Copy.
Can't let us get dropped.
We can just focus on charging the pack. Copy. Pick up the pace a bit. Back off now. Pick up the pace a bit.
Taking a risk here. Oh, yellow flag. That's Albon making a mistake. Mick gets the overtake credit as well.
What happened? Now Alex Albon is part of this. Things were all right here. The wheels just lock up there, and they ended up their own passenger.
And that should now be a bit of extra pace for Schumacher.
Pick up the pace.
Recharge on.
Focus on bringing the pack back up. Overtake is available.
See if we can close back up onto Maloney. Tyres still a little spongier than I would have liked. Still toying with the idea of a new set of tyres for Mick. I'm just going for it, but can't really take that risk with Oscar because I don't think he'd make the time up enough to get back to the points again.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Going to get some more battery in Oscar's car, and then we're just going to start to try and look after Oscar's tyres a bit. I don't think we've got enough pace to get onto Gasly without some assistance. Gasly's very good at looking after his tyres as well, so even if we do get onto him, we might not actually be able to make the overtake.
Okay, push. Let's go. No more DRS. Okay, recharge on. Good job. Recharge on.
Copy.
There's no real deployment in that final turn there, so we can afford to slap the battery on without risk of getting jumped on the main straight. Going in full deploy doesn't really give anything either, but this is always a bit more risky. Coming out of turn 3. Sorry, out of turn 2. Because that's very much a deployment zone. I need Mick to start making moves. But I need batteries to do it because we just don't seem to have any pace without deployment, unfortunately. It's a real head scratcher. I thought our car would be more competitive here tonight than it is. And also, I know we've got the underfloor difference between Oscar and Mick, but even so, I did think we'd be a little bit quicker than we are. See Bottas and Giovinazzi fighting behind us. Almost fully charged now. Let's go into top up. Let's start looking after the tyres. And just hope we've got enough pace to fend off Magnussen. Don't want to start slipping down. Got to do something with Schumacher, and I've got to do it quick.
Just think about looking after this tyre where we need
Otherwise, he's not going to have any chance of getting a decent finish. Going to try and slingshot past I keep going to call him Maldonado. Maloney on the main straight. Oh, we're going to get him. No, I thought we might go for a lunge there. Which is good we didn't, because this is where I want to get him. Got to go really aggressive just to get this move done and try and break clear.
Pull the car.
Copy.
we go. So 2.5 seconds and falling to Bottas and Giovinazzi in front.
We're good to push on the tyres.
Copy.
Back off in the high speed.
Yep.
Copy.
Once again, we're going to have to just spend everything we've got, like we did with Oscar, to try and push onto the back of those cars in front. Tyres are definitely lower than I'd like.
We think we can lean on the tyres more.
I don't think I can just protect them anymore. I think we're just risking getting dropped or pounced from behind. I have to leave them in standard now. At least for another lap or two. Just really get back onto Stroll's gearbox again. Our tyres are going to be dead at the closing stages. Stroll got us. He broke away from us.
Use energy.
Yeah.
Damn it, damn it, damn it. That puts us at risk.
Copy.
Okay, mate, let's try and protect the tyre.
Understood.
Alright, we're up to 14th and on the back of cars in front of us. Oscar is still not close enough. I have to burn all my battery just to get back onto Stroll here and push the tyres harder than I want to. Yeah, looks like Stroll is trying to make a bit of a move on Gasly. I think we might just have got back in DRS. I really hope we did.
So focus on bringing the tyres down.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
To focus on the energy now.
Copy.
And we set the fastest lap in the process. Oh, I did not expect that. Really did not expect that. And we've managed to put a little bit of a gap to Magnussen. He's got Porsche all over the back of him. Hopefully those two will scrap for a bit, fall behind, and maybe, just maybe, if I can get Mick through past the cars in front of him quickly, which is not looking likely, maybe I can do something with Mick.
Push, push.
Copy. Bring the pack up.
Copy.
And Pourchaire's through. And we know Pourchaire's pretty quick.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Can we do something here?
6 laps to go.
I can only do this for one lap. Don't have much battery and certainly don't have much tyre life left. Go on, be brave, be brave. Ah, oh, Mick.
So let's cool the car now.
Oh, you had him, you had him. I haven't got the battery.
PRS disabled. PRS disabled.
Copy.
Let's look after these tyres.
Stroll's pace has dropped off, or Gas? No, Gasly's flying. I'm wondering why the gap was suddenly 5 seconds. And now we're at risk from Maloney. Yellow flag.
Let's go recharge on. Copy.
Who is it? That's Yuki.
Right, here's the action at turn 10.
Oh, Yuki's thrown away the lead.
And nearly, just running wide.
Or has he? No.
They've got to be careful and watch the car there.
Tsunoda's going to get a win here tonight. Wow, Tsunoda.
So recharge on, please.
Yeah, he's had the pace. He's just been ahead of that Ferrari the whole time. Norris has not had pace tonight in relation to his teammate. What were you to expect anyway?
Let's pick our pace up. Let's go. Copy.
Lean on the tyres.
Copy.
Yeah, we're going for 8th place. That's our target. I don't know what's going to happen with Mick. I don't think he's going to get anywhere close to points now. It's just too far behind. Not enough pace. Not enough grip in the tyres. Not enough battery. Too much fuel. Wow, yeah. Stroll has suddenly turned it on again.
You've got energy?
Yeah.
Improvement over last season. Improvement over 50 laps ago.
Cool, let's keep going.
Well, maybe not 50, but 45, 40. in that kind of region. Considering where we were after the rain started and we got absolutely screwed in the pit lane, I'm very happy with where we are right now. No. In the DRS with 3 laps to go.
Back off now.
Yep.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
A real shot at 8th place.
3 to go.
Mick's down to 15th. Well, as long as he stays 15th. Yeah, that's not going to happen. 15th doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter where Mick finishes now because he's not going to finish anywhere that's going to help us. So he desperately needs the new on the floor, which he'll have at Baku, along with some other nice shiny new parts on both cars.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Yep.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Of course, the big shock is that both Red Bulls are out, and Leclerc will have a 3-place penalty in the next Grand Prix as well.
2 to go.
Although, given how good that car is, that probably won't mean that much. It just means he won't beat Max, potentially. Hopefully some big powertrain damage to those Red Bulls, though. We'll check what their powertrain stats are like at the end in the data view, and then I'll make a note of them, and then we'll have a look tomorrow and see what they are going into Baku. There might be brand new powertrains tomorrow.
Copy.
And energy is...
This is it.
Yep.
Keep your pace up.
Okay.
Last lap. We need to cool the engine.
Yep. Copy.
We got him. That puts us back in peak confidence at just the right time. We've got enough battery and enough tyre and enough fuel to keep this pace going for the rest of this lap. Can we do something with Mick? Can we at least get an overtake at the end with him?
Let's keep that gap down. No more DRS.
Oscar's away.
It's Tsunoda, Yuki Tsunoda, over the line and heading right to the top of today's podium. And the winner is Yuki Tsunoda.
So Yuki gets his
Honestly,
first win.
Even their harshest
I
critic
think
would be
no, he got a win
hard-pressed
last
to
year,
say
didn't he?
That they didn't thoroughly deserve that win.
Because I remember saying Oscar did it first.
We're at the bottom of the pack, no more energy.
And that's it for Mick. He's going to finish a distant 15th. But Oscar is going to get 8th place and the fastest lap as well. So that is 5 points. I will take 5 points.
P8.
I was kind of hoping for 9th and 10th again, so that would have been 3. That's 2 more than I was hoping to get tonight.
Check the flag.
But a real head scratcher in terms of our pace. It just wasn't there. Or not as much as it should have been. It wasn't bad with Oscar, but yeah, Mick was nowhere at all. Given.
And with the race wrapped up, the Alfa Romeo driver heads back to the garage.
And with a 13th place finish, that sadly means there's no points to be claimed.
And up steps Yuki Tsunoda, the Japanese driver making himself very much at home on the podium.
And that's win number 1 of the season, and it's sure to provide them with a real confidence boost.
Well, it wasn't exactly a walk in the park, but it was a thrilling weekend here for us all at the Australian Grand Prix. And down there in the Alpha Tauri garage, Karun, what would they be making of that race, do you think?
They didn't do too badly today. A pretty respectable outcome as far as they'll be concerned. But they need to keep pushing. They can't afford to sit back.
And that's about that for this weekend here in Melbourne.
Next time, the teams will be racing through the streets of another city. Join us in Baku on the shores of the Caspian Sea for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
So yeah, as I was going to say, given where Oscar ended up, 20th, that's a hell of a fight back. I think we can officially say that we have broken the curse. 8th place with the fastest lap. I'll take that all day long. Confirmation of the final result then. Yuki Tsunoda gets his first win of the season, up 2 places. Perez up 3. Thanks to the Red Bulls just diving out of the way and into each other. And Lando completes the podium. George up 2 places to 4th. A good result. Very good result for Esteban Ocon in 5th place there. Zhou gets some good points for Williams. Gasly, a great recovery race from him. Up 9 places. Oscar up 7. Technically, if you count from when he was at the back of the grid, up 12. To get 8th place, and with the fastest lap as well. That's 5 excellent points for us there. Aston Martin do get a double helping of points though. 6 for Gasly and 2 for Lance Stroll, and Porsche managed to hang on for the final points, just ahead of Magnussen in the Williams. Looking a little bit further down, yeah, disappointing race for Mick. That problem pit stop ruined his race. And then he just never had the pace after that to get back going again. Not bad for Sainz to gain a place, but that's only by dint of the fact that the two of the cars that he's supposedly got past, didn't actually finish the race. So technically Sainz lost a place. Bottas has a decent recovery, up to 12th, but again, no points for Mercedes. Absolute shocking start to the season for them. Albon not really bedding in well at Alpine yet. Wonder if that's just down to him having a new engineer. Maybe. And for sure, never really anywhere on the pace once the track dried out. It was a long way back at the end, 15 seconds off. Let's see what that's done to the standings. Charles Leclerc stays top. Lando now moves ahead of Max to just 6 points behind Leclerc. Max stays on 37 points, so he's still 14 behind his teammate. Yuki now moves up into 4th place, level on points with Perez, but has that race win, which is why he is in 4th and Perez is in 5th. Russell in 6th drops a couple of places, but there's only 2 points separating the 3 of them. 3 points separating Max down to George. Then you got Ocon in 7th. Zhou up 3 places into 8th place. Gasly in 9th, jumping above Oscar. who has a slightly higher finishing position than Oscar does, which is why he's in 9th and we're in 10th. Stroll drops down 3 places on 10 points. Mick still just the 2 points. But we're not doing too bad so far. We've got 14 points. Let's see. And of course, Porsche off the mark as well. Let's see where we are in the constructors' standings. I think we might have been passed. Yes, we have. So Red Bull still top, 88 points, but McLaren now just 7 points behind them with 40 points tonight. Huge, huge points for them. Ferrari gets some solid points as well, 30 points gained. There are 18 points behind Red Bull. Then it's a big gap to Aston in 4th with 22 points. Alpine jump us with their 10 tonight to go into 5th. 4 points behind Aston and 4 points ahead of us. We drop down to 6th. We're still 2 points clear of Williams, but they've closed the gap to us as well. And Haas are now off the mark, meaning Mercedes in 9th, Alfa Romeo in 10th. The team's yet to score points. Hopefully, we can have a repeat of Baku last year and we can take some big points in the next Grand Prix. But we'll see. We did get the quickest stop with Oscar, as you can see. 6th quickest stop with Mick Schumacher there. Despite the fact that the Red Bulls were out of the race, they did set good times in the change onto Inters, 2nd and 7th. We might have closed them down enough to actually take the lead. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. We've moved 7 points clear of Red Bull in the standings. We got 33 against their 24. That was enough. Ferrari stay 3rd. Mercedes suddenly jump up to 4th place there. There's 25 points. 1 ahead of McLaren, who didn't really do much today in terms of pit stop times. That's unusual for McLaren. They are a pretty solid pit crew. Alpine in 7th. In 6th with 7 points, picking up an extra one tonight. And then Aston in 7th with 4 points. Williams, Haas and Alfa Romeo yet to get any points. And there you see our stops. 4.5 stop at this beginning. That stuck wheel nut potentially ruined Oscar's race, but he fought back well. It definitely ruined Mick's race. And there you see we had a 2.5 second stop there and the 2.3 second stop, which was the quickest of the race. Let's take a look at our driver cards. This is going to be unpleasant viewing, I think. Only 3 successful overtakes for Mick, 9 failed, 1 successful defence and 4 failed. Ah, dear. It's going to be better. Going to be better for Oscar, but still not great, I think. That's not too bad, actually. That's pretty good. 11 successful overtakes, 7 failed. 15 successful defences, just 3 failed. Good afternoon's work for Oscar. Representing his country in his home race very well. And as far as our sponsors go, well, we got the finish position streak. I don't know how. Maybe that's that weird bug that keeps popping up. So we'll take the extra 620 grand. Thank you very much. We did get the finish position incentive, which was 1 in the top 10. And the qualifying position, which I think, again, was 1 in the top 10. Then in terms of the guarantees, we got both cars into Q2, and 1 car into Q3. So we end up making 1.2 mil on our sponsors, on top of our sponsors today. So that's pretty good. 4.3 million, just what we need while we are trying to spend as much money on development as we can with our boosted design centre. Weather centre refurb is done. Could have done with that today, actually. There we see another point added to Ben's overall rating. Nice. Second underfloor is now done. We can stick down to Mick's car. Let's see. We've got some broken parts by the look of it. Suspension has failed. Install. Let's give him the new underfloor as well. There we go. Not so much of a speed boost, but certainly a little boost to our cornering. Next one will be even better. Those numbers are not accurate because other cars have got other parts that need to be replaced as well, and that won't happen until the day of the race. So we won't know what our actual pace is until we have a look at the stats on the day of the race at Baku. Let's see, we need to swap out the front wing. There we go, had a spare, that's good. Suspension hasn't broken yet, that's good because we didn't have a spare left. Let's go into car part development. Underfloor, we are 35 days away from the next ATR. Okay, let's see. We've got a nice drag boost there, but we're more interested in boosting our downforce levels. We're not going to get this in time for Baku, I don't think. Boost the sensitivity just it's still a really low figure. We should probably try and push that all the way up. That's what we're comparing against. Yeah, high speed is a little lower than I thought it would be. Let's go like that. And let's take some life out of it. Let's go down to there. Drag reduction. Do I want to do anything to the drag reduction? Just a touch. Yeah, I think we'll go like that. Right, so 43 days to get that done. We're not going to get it for Imola. We'll try and get that for Monaco, though. So if we're going to do that, we're going to need... That won't be enough. That's only 14 days. We're going to hire some more engineers by the look of it. We're going to get that started. Let's head over. We've still got 3 more engineers we can hire. Let's go ahead and do that now. Go back to car part development and stick another engineer on there. And there we go. That there is enough time just to get 2 underfloors ready for Monaco for the extra downforce and the extra dirty air tolerance as well. And now we need to get another side pod underway. Look at the amount we can gain here on this one. Okay, so engine cooling is good. Don't really need to increase that too much more. Definitely want to increase our drag. We want to boost our airflow a bit as well. We go like that. Like that. And then strip all the weight off. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. So we can put 2 engineers on this. 32 days means we can get 1 for Imola. Can't quite get 2. Unless I can take 1 off off one of these other projects. What about one off the front wing? No, still need that one there. The chassis. That's 18 days. Still need that one. Need them on the rear wing. We can't really do anything at the moment. We'll just have to wait a few more days, and then we'll be able to pump in or take an engineer off one of these projects and then move them over to the side pod, and then hopefully we can get say one of these front wing engineers off soon, so that we won't lose a day, and then we can try and get the side pods out in time for both cars to have them. Right, let's have a look at our inbox. Completed inspection. Yes, we've already checked that. Weather Centre refurb is done. That's good to see those. Let's have a look at the feature races. So, in the sprint, Jürgen Hoffmann got the win. Where is Victor Martins? Is down at 10th. Not a great race for him. Oh dear. Gabriele Mini is down in 15th. And in the main race, it's Hübner again. Hübner's looking like a real championship contender here. Invicta have got a good car this year by the look of it. Hoffmann up 6 places. Not bad for him. And Mini is... I saw him a second. There he is, 18th. Oh dear. Yeah. Turns out I don't know shit. I said he might be a contender this year. A dark horse for a podium. It's not going to happen. But let's take a look at the F2 standings. Invicta, yeah, they've got a good car. High Tech don't have a great car. It would seem it's okay. They've had one podium. But yeah, Joseph Hübner, who is a new gen driver, not a genuine driver, and he's setting the pace. Might be worth having a look at him, just out of curiosity. Right, let's advance time just a little bit. Alright, the chassis design is done, so we can take one of those engineers, do that. Miami's not going to work, but Imola, that's now 16 days. That is enough, I think. Just let's go back into manufacture. 7 days, yeah, that's enough. Okay, we can get those side pods now for Imola. We do need to immediately get another chassis underway while we've got this development boost. Again, we can make some nice gains here. We're going to really go with a big drag reduction boost. Try and find a big chunk of speed. Not too worried about engine cooling. Boost the airflow a little bit as well. Let's strip more weight out of the chassis. That is a mighty chassis that's coming our way. Big gains on that chassis. We've only got one engineer left. That's fine. 30 days, 9 days to build them. So we're looking at Barcelona for those two new chassis, and maybe not too far away from having about halfway through making a spare as well. All right, there we go. Is there anything we do need to build? Obviously, the chassis that we've just designed. Need to get those on the car in 18 days, just in time for Baku. Underfloor's not going to be ready in time, but hopefully we're not going to break an underfloor. Front wings. Hopefully we're going to get the new front wings in time. Just having a look what we've got in stock. I don't have any spare side pods. Are they likely to break anytime soon? Medium risk. And medium risk. And how long was it we were looking at for the new side pods? 23 days. Plus manufacturing means Monaco. Yeah, we're not going to get 3 more races out of our current side pods. We're going to need to make a couple more. But they're not high on the priority. We don't have a lot of money left, although we're about to get some more actually in 2 days. We'll start those in a moment. Just want to see what we are going to have to manufacture. We're going to have to manufacture front wings and rear wings. Suspension's not going to be in time. So we've got enough space to get side pods done. There we go, 14 days. We'll have 2 spares. Because we'll need to replace the ones we've got on our car after 1, maybe 2 more races. And it's a lot of stress on the car on the sprint weekend, so they might only last through Baku. Got our scout report back on this new engineer. Let's take a quick gander. Ooh, yeah, no. Not good enough. Not good enough at all. Let's have a quick look, actually. Are there any sporting directors coming up that we could maybe have a look at? Andy Stevenson, we haven't scouted him yet. Let's take a gander at Mr. Stevenson. Technically, we can hire staff from Red Bull now because we are a top 5 team. And it is now past 2025. So yeah, we could hire Jonathan Wheatley if we wanted to. We could hire Ron Meadows. You know, we could hire anyone from Ferrari, Mercedes. Well, Mercedes aren't even a top team anymore, but still, we shouldn't really steal from them. If we want to help them recover a bit. But yeah, I could snipe Pierre. How long do we have left on Dan's contract? 2 years. So we can't replace Dan this year until next season. Next season we can look at maybe, pinching Pierre if we wanted to. Enrique's still got 2 years on his. Allison is very much locked in at McLaren. But I mean, Dan's a pretty decent member of staff. He's not the one I'm thinking of replacing. Our aero, we've got Dirk de Beer, but he's aging out a little bit. Let's see. Tondi is available at the end of this season. We could hire Tondi at the end of this season for next season, because Dirk de Beer will be going into his final year of contract next season. So yeah, that would be a definite step up. If we do a comparison there, you can see we'd lose a little bit in cooling, but we would gain quite a bit in DRS. High speed downforce would gain a couple of points. Medium would gain a couple of points. A lot of points gained in low speed downforce. And we gain a few points in airflow management as well. Yeah, we might try and approach Diego Tondi at the end of the season. Marked him. Who else do we want to have a look at? Sporting director-wise, wouldn't mind Ron Meadows. Or maybe even Lauren Meckies. Alan Permain is... Oh yeah, Alan Permain's... We've got to have him for at least 2 more seasons before we can get rid of him. That rule still applies. So, okay. That's interesting to see. Monthly car developments. Yep, that's about what I expected to see. Board confidence check-in. We didn't actually see what the board thought of our performance in Australia. Let's go and do that now. Satisfied with Jeddah and satisfied with Melbourne. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm all right with that. I mean, we only got one car in the points in Sakir, and they were delighted with that. We got both cars in the points in Jeddah, but only only 3 points in total, and they were satisfied with that. I was satisfied with Jeddah. Melbourne, I'm a little surprised that they didn't go happy. We got 5 points, but yeah, I will take satisfied. Obviously, we've still got some debts on the monthly breakdown that need to scroll off before that gets the finances back to normal. But yeah, we're not too far off our objective. We're only 4 points away, and with a chance to have a little bit of a rocket ship car coming in the next few Grand Prix with all those new parts coming. Driver development update. How did our drivers do in the month of March? Just a little bit. 2 points in cornering for Mick. Actually, he needed those points. He really did. A point in smoothness for Oscar. He needed that. And an extra point in reactions. He's got a 90 reaction stat now. I think we need to maybe look at boosting a couple of his other stats if we can. I'm going to put him on wheel-to-wheel racing. Improve his braking, his control, overtaking and defending. For now, but I might change that. Yeah, there's no overtaking without defending on any of these options. It's like his defending's pretty good. Don't need to worry about his defending too much. It's his attacking that needs a bit of work. Smoothness needs some work. Choices. Let's work on his wet track. Maybe get an extra point in control. Still that way. Keep working on his smoothness. Get his accuracy up a bit more as well. Adaptability with some wet races coming up. That'll help. Let's take a quick look at Mick. Got him on short run pace. I really do need to put him on strategy, I think. But well, now his cornering pace has gone up. Yes, I think we can look at maybe putting him on to race strategy. Actually, let's put him on wheel to wheel. Or is it? No, his smoothness needs a bit of work as well, doesn't it? All right, let's go race strategy. And we never looked at how Ollie got on. How did Ollie develop? Ollie got a point in cornering and a point in braking. Okay. In March, McLaren had new side pods, and they're working on a suspension as well. Ferrari are below where they expected to be. Yeah, third in the constructors right now. Losing ground to McLaren. Let's get our pit crew training done, and then that will probably be it for tonight. So, we'll strip all of that out, as we always do. Go on to cumulative, so I can keep an eye on my fatigue levels. Let's go pretty solid on the gym training for the rest of this week. And again here for the whole week as well. We really want to try and get a nice head start on bringing that stop time down even further, because I love it when Hedgehog gets salty in the chat. As if on cue. And we'll do a bit of balanced training in the build-up to the Grand Prix itself. There we go, that gives us a little bit of leeway. There we go. So, for the month, we will lose a little bit on our mistake percentages. We'll lose a little bit on our car building, but we will gain 400s on our pit stops and bring them into a nice 2.2 kind of window, hopefully. Obviously, it's not necessarily going to be like that all the time, but it's a nice little step. So, let's just think about maybe if I keep their fatigue levels a little bit lower. Take too much out of them, but I also want to try and boost their pit stop training a little bit. How does that look? Still in the 2.2 window, and then by the end of the month still in the 2.2 window. Yeah, we'll go with that. A little compromise there. Okay. And that is, I think, it. Let me just quickly check our facilities as well. That's so close to breaking now. The car parts test centre. An upgrade is expensive, 12 mil, and also not needed just yet. I'd rather we got an upgrade on the suspension simulator or the wind tunnel before we did that. So that'll just be a refurb, I think. Over here, Team Hub is getting a little bit low. Not worried about the scout department. That doesn't have any deterioration. Race simulator is okay. Memory Vili room shut down to a sponsor obligation. Helipad. Oh, yes, we definitely need to get that back up and running. And because we haven't done it, let's get the boardroom refurbished as well, just to try and really maximize the potential gains from Baku, because it could be a really good race for us again. I'm really hoping it will be. Hospitality area, not too worried about that, but it is a cheap refurb, so we may as well throw that on as well. Tour Centre is getting close. Have to keep an eye on that. That might break by the time we get to Baku or just after. But that leaves us with 4.2 mil in the bank, which is enough to pay for the new parts that we have coming, the rear wings and the front wings. And we are going to have to rush the front wings, so we get a spare front wing. We're going to get 3 of those. Just the 2 rear wings should hopefully be enough. And that is it for tonight. Do we have a weather chance? Not yet. Not yet. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's Grand Prix. An interesting race. We had some good pace at the end with Oscar. Didn't have any pace at all, really, with Mick. Hopefully, Baku will be very kind to us again. I don't know if we're going to have, outright winning pace. I mean, we got very lucky with the safety car coming out when it did. But we were still competitive, though, without that. But very, very dramatic outcome there. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, do make sure you go and watch last season's Baku race. It was a belter and real drama right at the very end of the race as well. Yeah, it went all the way down to the wire. Do yourself a favour and check that one out. Or maybe just watch it for posterity if you have already seen it, because I might do that. I might watch it again just to prep myself, get myself pumped up for tomorrow's race. We'll be back at the usual time of 8 p.m. Tomorrow for our sprint weekend. So we'll have sprint and feature race after qualifying. And then new episodes of War Hospital Chapter 2 are now in production. I got myself caught up today and started recording the first couple of parts of Chapter 2. So that will be back probably at the weekend. Just give me a time to record a few more episodes and then get them all, prepped and ready on the channel. And I will be playing some Helldivers tomorrow, some Helldivers 2. That goes live at 9 a.m. Can't wait for that. Got that installed. Picked it up this morning. So yeah, definitely looking forward to Helldivers 2. Big fan of the original. And who knows, maybe we'll do some online multiplayer fun with you guys over the weekend. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. If anyone else is getting a copy. Until then, though, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more War Hospital at the weekend and some more F1 Manager tomorrow.